Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of Baba's Automotive. In this show, we like to shine a spotlight on our everyday blue collar workers and our small business owners who go out there every day and make life easier for all of us. Our special guest today is a professional handyman and business owner of nothing short of a handyman.
Two.
Two?
Two. Don't
Two.
forget that too.
Two, nothing short of a handyman. Two. Today we have Arthur Short. Thank you, Mr. Short, for taking this interview with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're gonna get right into it. Okay, so first I got this list, and I was gonna say where you born and this deals like that.
Okay.
But when I asked you, I said, "What's the name of your business?" He said, "Nothing short of a handyman too." And I said, "Handyman, handyman, is that a derogatory term for you guys? Like, I know it's not derogatory for us in a way, I guess, but in mechanic, they call us a mechanic, right?
Right.
In our field, but it's automotive technician.
Mhm.
What is the technical term for you guys, or is it just handyman?"
Well, for me, it's handyman because it's beyond their expectation when they get me. I'm doing more than handyman work. See, because we do remodeling, we do custom woodwork, we do custom shower stalls, we do basements, we do kitchens. We do it all. But handyman just made them, make them think about who they're contacting.
Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
You're from Georgia?
I am a Grady's baby.
Most of the time, going around here,
Mm-hmm.
most of the people I meet are not from Georgia. So it's actually good to get one of our first guests that is from Georgia. Can you tell us what it was like growing up rich, in your household, growing up rich and, butlers and how was that like?
I can only wish for that.
Okay.
I was born in Georgia. At the age of 7, I was taken to New York. So really, I was raised in New York. Then I came back to Georgia as an adult for a vacation and just never went back to New York.
Wow.
Yeah, just never went back.
What was it about? And was it specifically Gwinnett or Atlanta?
It was Georgia, period. When I came back to Georgia, I seen the calmness compared to New York. New York is rush, hustle, bustle. Down here, you could sit at a red light and nobody would blow the horn. New York, they'll be knocking on your windshield telling you to move out the way or blowing the horn. But it's becoming that way now because a lot of New Yorkers are coming to Georgia. So they're trying to get us in that rush pace instead of that relaxed pace where we was at when I came down here, which was back in 99. So it's changing. It's changing.
Let me ask you, so what was your first memory making money, just making a dollar? I can go back to I like to give examples and talk to with my guests and give them examples of my first and my deals like that. My first memory of making a dollar, me and my cousin after school one time, no, I think it was like some deal like that. We went knocking on doors and we knocked on my teacher door.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked him, can we rake the yard? We
Okay.
born in the South, raised in the South, South Carolina, can we rake the yard?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, man, that was the first $20 I made, man. I was happy. I went to the Chinese place buffet and we was eating, man. We was on top of the world, man.
Gotcha.
So I just want to ask, what was your first time remember making money working?
I was 13. My mother said, here's your last money from me buying you sneakers or shoes, whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want from this point on, you have to get out there and get it. So my first job was at the supermarket where you go pack bags and carry groceries to the people's car or take it to their house, and I was getting paid. My first week of doing it, I made $25. And back in those days, $25 lasted at least 2-3 months. That's how cheap things were when I was coming up. See, I was born in the 50s. So by the time I got 13, I'm still in the 60s. So prices were still gallon of milk, 15 cents, loaf of bread, 20 cents. It was cheap. So it was affordable living as long as you could make the money. So that was my first time making some money on my own. I had to, because my mother had stopped. She said, "You're getting grown? Get out there and get it." So I got out there and started getting it. At 13.
That sounds like me, man.
At 13.
That's motivation for you guys coming up, man. At 13, you can go out there
and do it.
You can go out there and do it. Go.
You can make a way. You can make a way.
Especially here in Georgia, especially in Gwinnett. There's guys that go out there and clean trash cans and can make money.
Yeah.
And you can't do that everywhere.
No.
You can't be in South Carolina.
No.
Sorry, and I'm from South Carolina.
Okay.
But you can't be out there cleaning somebody's trash can and making, a living like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
If you're motivated, it's there. You just have to have the motivation to or desire to want. And if you have that, nothing can stop you.
What led you into the home handyman field, home remodeling field? Was it
Hmm.
dad, uncle, or anybody did things like that?
Total stranger. Total stranger. Because I was working in Prospect Park in New York.
Okay.
And a young lady just used to come back and just watch our crew work. And one day she just walked up to me, and I guess she liked my work ethics. So she said, "Do you know anything about drywall?" No, nothing. But I said, "Yeah, I know." You know, I had to play it. I had to sell myself. So I did. So she took me to her husband. His name was David. Never forget that. And once we got together, he started training me. He started training me. I mean, he would let me do some work. If I did it wrong, I had to tear it down and redo it to get it right. If it was off by a centimeter, he was good. He made sure I did it right. He wasn't taking no shortcuts. And it started from there. I was 17, 18 years old. It started from there.
The fact that a stranger, and when a stranger would do that,
Mm-hmm.
nowadays I guess they would say you don't get that. A stranger would, do that. But also for you go with that stranger and have the will to actually go do that type of stuff
Yeah.
instead of being stagnated.
Yeah.
I'm good where I'm at,
No.
or not. Just trying to show again, younger people coming up to take chances sometimes and take that leap. Somebody's offering a job like that, you don't know, you never did it type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And newsflash to everybody, we all are scared
Yeah.
when we first start out.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
newsflash to everybody.
Yeah.
Bravery is, again, being scared, as we mentioned on the other
Mm-hmm.
episode, being scared, but still going through that type of deal.
You need that
And,
fear to push you.
mm,
You need that.
you need that fear to push
Yeah.
you and to build you to the man you are here today.
Thank you,
And that's,
sir.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Without you taking that chance, that would not
It
happen.
wouldn't have happened. But see, days and times are different. It's harder to trust someone now to do that. So if you really have that fear and yet that faith, just take that step. And 9 times out of 10, it turns out right. It turns out right. Not always, but the majority of the times.
What made you leave that job, or did you get fired? Again, let me give you an example of my first job. I didn't go over this on the other episode. My first job as a mechanic, I got fired. We're going to say laid off. We're going to say laid off, right?
Okay.
We're going to say laid off. Things were slow, and that's what he told me. And I think he was trying not to hurt my feelings,
Okay.
what I'm saying? But things was kind of slow. But I was the type, and be honest, if he was to fire me, just being the man that I am now and owning up to things, if he was to say you fired because of, I would have owned up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a creator, right? I'd be
Mhm.
sitting there on my computer at a mechanic shop
Right.
writing,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get out a book and deals like that. And it would have been my
Okay.
fault if I got fired.
Yeah,
Deals like that.
exactly.
What made you leave? Did you move, or did you like, okay, it was just enough, or?
It was a better opportunity.
Mm.
It was, and I needed that better opportunity because at 18 I had my first son, so I had to get out there and provide. So the money they was paying in the parks was nowhere near what I was getting paid doing carpentry work. So it was a better opportunity, more money, and it was needed. So I had to take that leap of faith.
What I'm liking about your story, the opportunities that you grasped onto.
Mhm.
You don't let the opportunities go
No.
past you. You see
No.
an opportunity,
I
you
take
jump
it.
on it,
Yes.
and again,
Yes.
here today. That's pretty cool.
Again, because when I first came here, remember, I was new to Georgia. I got off the airplane with a bag of clothes and $100 in my pocket and a lime green suit. I mean, I was standing out like a sore thumb.
Mm.
Didn't know where I was going to go, where I was going to be. I did have family, but I didn't want to be a burden to family. But for the first few months, I were, until I stepped into a job as a maintenance man in an apartment complex. And being them from New York, they snatched me up quick. Even gave me the supervisor position. And with that came an apartment. And with that apartment came that job. And with that job, they gave me opportunities to learn, send me to the trades to get to their, what they expect in Georgia with the licenses and all that stuff. And I just kept going, man. I just kept going.
That actually led me to my next question: was any schooling or accreditation certificates or anything that you had
Yeah.
type of deal?
And I got them through the apartment complexes. They sent me to get all the trade licensing that I need and that I needed. And then when I went to them one day and asked for a raise, He said, here's a raise for you, or here's an incentive for you. Be happy you have a job. I said, with these, I can create a job. The next day, I left them, and I took their crew with me. I started my own business. And I started my own business.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I was treating them better than the company was. So they preferred to work with me than to stay with them. And in 1999, I stepped out on my own. My first job was a basement. And I was still in the basement with a nail and a hammer and a 10-inch saw. 4 of us. We did a complete basement. Didn't have the proper tools, but we made the tools we have work. 6 years later, here I am.
And when I mention school, I don't want to discourage anybody who, again, last episode, I don't want to discourage anybody who get into these fields because, like Mr. Short just said, and like I told you before, a lot of times, even when I got in, I was certified, but most of the guys that was there wasn't certified, but they're running circles around me.
Yeah.
Not going to school or, going to school is not a make or break you, but we also want to, talk about what school can do for you type of deal. I actually do recommend school.
Yes, all the time.
Myself,
all
a lot
time.
of us, like I said, the mechanic field, we look at our dads and uncles and deals like that. And we also get into the field, somebody take us under the wing. But even after all that said, I will still kind of, suggest school.
Yeah, all the time.
You the same way?
All the time.
Okay.
Encourage that.
What is your relationship like with the other workers coming up? In the shops? It was kind of rough, dog eat dog world. Every man for themselves. Because I believe maybe because we was working off commission, and you taking food out the other man's mouth and just like that. Was it the same with you guys in the your field?
Not really, because it's enough work out there for everybody. And I'm not a cutthroat type of person. If I can get it, I get it. If I don't, congratulations to the man that gets it. So cutthroat, they're out there. They're definitely out there, but it's not me. It's not in my character. I can walk away from a job before I fight about a job. I can walk away from money before I fight about money. Because I make the money. Money don't make me. So having character, that's what I think why we stand so long. Because customer service, very important to me. I'll pay to get away from a bad company that has poor customer service. So I provide the best customer service possible. Because word of mouth, best advertisement.
I'm going to be honest, man. I got in an argument with one customer. And I'm going to be honest. I got an argument, I got in an argument with one customer, man, and I hated that I did that after the fact. The wife told me, man, you shouldn't have said anything, and you should have just, sometimes just staying quiet is going to eat them up more. And the more I sat there and I thought about it, why I gave him that much power, man? Why did I, he called me out my name and I couldn't take it.
It's only words.
And I couldn't take it, and then we got in our little spat and just like that. But after that, I was like, man, Musk and Jeff Bezos is not there sitting there arguing with the customers.
Exactly.
McDonald's and owners of Walmart and Kroger and people don't like their companies and they're not sitting there arguing with their customers. And I learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah. Walk away. Walk away. I mean, I walked away from a lady that owed me $13,000, and all she wanted to do was fuss. I just said, ma'am, keep it. I don't have time for it. I just walk away from it.
Came back quick, didn't it?
It came back. It came back. And it came back so quick that I didn't forgot about that. That I didn't, I wasn't even worried about that. So karma, I guarantee you, she got that karma. It bit her in her butt sometime down the road. You can't do bad and expect good.
Okay, so it's 2 proudest moments, right? You got the proudest moment ever in your business and your journey, but also the proudest moment going to the beginning of just starting out. Your proudest moment as a worker. More than my proudest moment, go back to the last interview, guys. The proudest moment, I talked about a valve cover gasket. No one believed that I can do. And even at my last job, I messed up on a valve cover gasket. That's what made it even more better for me.
Okay.
I put a valve cover first time doing a 6-cylinder, put the valve cover gasket on. Customer came back oil leak. I'm crushed. New mechanic crushed. Got my skills up, and you remember I told you I got fired, laid off. Went to my next job with a lot more confidence because I ran the cars off the list and I did my mistakes at the first job.
Got you.
So I'm going in the other one like knowing what I can do, but the people didn't believe me. The guys there, they didn't believe me. Dog eat dog. They didn't believe me. And I got finished with that valve cover gasket. I stood up, look at everybody. It was like that was my proudest moment as a worker. you know, because I know what it took for me to do that valve cover gasket.
Got you.
After messing up.
Got you.
Any moments like that for you, just as a worker, or
As a,
or it can be it could be as a business owner.
As a worker?
It could be as a business owner.
Okay, well, I give you as a worker.
Okay.
Just to complete a job and see the homeowner completely happy and satisfied, that's satisfaction right there. There's no, well, you did this wrong, or you did none of that. It was just complete satisfaction the first go. That's the best.
Oh my God.
That's the best. Now, as a business owner, my first was when I'm just meeting these people for the first time, and they writing a check for 25 grand the same night I'm meeting them for me to come do their basement. I just met you, so you trust me enough to do this. And ironically, he said, man, I was so worried about when you left with that check, but when I came home and I seen your tools in my basement, I seen you had started work, he said, I felt better. I said, I'm glad I can help you feel better, but I wasn't going to take your money. It's not enough money to take, to run, to be hiding, looking behind your back, worrying about what's going to happen because you done stole these people money. That's not my character. So he was happy, I was happy. The job came out beautifully. Walk out of someone's home you just met with a $25,000 check, and they don't know if you coming back or not. That's an accomplishment right there.
Wrong business.
I mean, you know how much confidence you have to build into someone to do that when you're just meeting them? The trust that you build in between those people. And then there's a lot of contractors that bends that trust, kills that trust, and hurt it for the good ones. Yes.
Example too, another customer, they tried to pay me at the job after I misdiagnosed it. You know, and I was like, these people are trained still pay the mechanic even after they mess up or if they didn't get the job.
Yeah.
And I told this lady she needed a fuel pump. She went out there and bought a fuel pump. I put it in, it didn't work. You know, mobile mechanic, I got to go. Let's get somebody else on this type of deal. She was like, okay, how much I owe you? You don't owe me anything.
Exactly.
I see the money back that you paid for that fuel pump. Because if I had not said that, that $100 could have went somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, this probably was your last. I'm going to give you that money back for it. You're going to keep that new pump in there. That way the next person, you know, it limits their diagnosis.
Yes.
You know, she was so happy. Her aunt came the next day to get brakes. And, you know, so that
word of mouth
satisfaction goes a long way.
A long way. And not charging them for something you did not do takes it even further. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, we mentioned school earlier and certifications and deals like that, and I just want to reiterate to the younger audience that's looking, because I don't think I actually said this part that or pointed out. A lot of times, when you go inside these businesses and deals like that and take that opportunity, you don't know what you're doing going in, and you're scared going in. A lot of them, like Mr. Short mentioned, will pay you to go to school. You know, they're going to pay you to go to school. They want their business to look good. They want you to have all these accreditations and deals like that so they can look good also. So most of these people will pay you to go to school. You just need to take that leap and go out there, you know.
That's it. Opportunities are there. Just got to grab it and go by the horns and go for it.
Especially in Georgia. I'm going to keep saying it. Especially in Georgia. The opportunity is here. You can come here and you can... A lot of people come here, they call them the Black Hollywood, and guys is coming here chasing their dreams, and guys and girls and women are coming here, they're chasing their dreams and deals like that. And they say you can, they used to say you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. But you can make it in Georgia, you can make it anywhere.
Anywhere. Georgia's becoming a small New York.
Becoming a small New York. Also, I want to get into injuries in your field of work, man. This is where it kind of takes a turn.
Yeah.
We had Mechanic Joe on here, and he was explaining how his dad actually lost the eye. They was kind of going at it. Him and his dad and his brother was kind of going at it and working on the car. And I think screwdriver went up and took his eye out and deals like that. For you, any injuries like that, or have you been injured? I'm sure that's a rhetorical question.
Yes, I have been injured, and injuries in this field is deadly because you can lose a limb in a minute. I got into a fight with a table saw. Cut my thumb so bad they couldn't stitch it up. They could only wrap it. Shot my finger with a nail gun. One of my guys chop saw and crossed like this and pulled like this, and the saw cut his arm. The injuries are there.
Mm. And
Yeah.
what's the worst you ever seen firsthand? This is the worst injury. Well, okay, what's the worst injury you ever had? To you,
My thumb
thumb
with
was the one for
with
you.
with the table saw. Cause
And
that
what?
table saw it shreds. It doesn't cut clean, so it cut shredded. And the only thing they could do is put the meat there and wrap it. They couldn't sew it, and that took a while to heal. And still having issues.
My worst injury was in my back. So lifting that jack up, and I'm over mechanic, lifting that thing up in and out. That's the worst injury. I was on bed rest for about a week, man.
Yeah, that back is something else, man.
I'm telling you. That's what one thing we forget about, the back and the basics.
Yeah.
We forget about the basics. And we know about the cuts and the burns and things like that. How about how we lifting and how we're standing
Exactly.
and the angle we're standing for that long period
And
of
these
time.
fingers.
The fingers.
When that one finger went out of whack, tying my shoe became impossible almost.
Talk about that, man. Talk about that. The injuries. Now, I'm a lone mechanic. I'm out here by myself now.
Okay.
So I don't have like employees and deals like that.
Okay.
So me having that back injury, me having a hand injury, I'm out of work.
Yep.
That's another side of entrepreneurship or I want to be a business owner type of deal that we don't talk about.
Yep.
The drawbacks of when these injuries happen, you gotta sit back.
gotta
You know,
sit
there's
back.
no paid leave, there's no none of that deal. You're gonna have to.
But I have a good crew.
Okay.
So I was able to patch this. I drove myself to the hospital. Next day, back on the job. Didn't have to do anything, though, because I have a crew doing what needs to be done.
The crew.
But I was there. You know, I don't have to stay home, and I don't have to worry about work getting done. I go on vacation, work still is being done.
Talk about
I have
that,
a good crew, man. I have a good. That's the most imperative thing you can have is a good, reliable crew. That if you're not there, you don't have to worry about them sitting around doing nothing. I don't have that issue. Guys, one guy been with me for 15 years. 110, 17. So they've been part of me.
How are you picking these guys? Is it like natural, coming across them naturally?
Well, I'll interview them, see what they can do. I put them on the low scale pay, watch what they can do, and as they produce, they get paid. But when they don't produce, I've had these issues, and when they come to me and I'm paying them, they say, well, what's this? I said, tell me what you did. Tell me exactly what you did just for today. You're sitting around, you're on your phone, you're doing this, you're not working. You don't get paid for being here. You get paid for working here. So they get mixed up with that. They think just because they're on the job site, they're supposed to get paid. That's not how I work. Maybe somebody else works that way, but that's not how I do it. You have to produce to make money. So
you seen your younger self, like you said, like
Yeah.
you got out there and took those opportunities
Yeah.
and actually worked hard. And you're looking at these guys, and you kind of see your
Expect
younger
the
self
same
and
thing.
expect the same thing.
Because nothing short is my last name, Arthur Short. So you're representing me and my name. So it has to stand up. There's a level that has to be there. If it's not there, you're not there.
Another question: What is your biggest challenge as a business owner? Example. Example.
Go ahead. That's
keep
fine.
example
Yeah.
because I like to give you that base example. And my customers don't take this wrong. Love you guys, but that's have been my biggest challenge. But as you know, like look at my Google reviews, all 5-star. You know,
Okay.
it's a challenge, but we get over that challenge type of deal. In the mechanic field, we usually in the back. Don't have to talk to the customers. We cussing at the cars, you know, vulgar language, and you being music loud, just being honest, and we just working on the car. You know, being a business owner, quote unquote, small business, very small business owner, I have to talk to these customers and express, get things across
Right.
to where they can understand and we can get the job done correctly. What is that? I would say that is my biggest challenge is dealing with customers now and was dealing with customers now. I have learned that I have to put a system in place to deal with that better. Now I have learned that if anything goes wrong, if anything is my fault, I learned to blame myself for anything goes wrong. So a customer could be, they could be blowing me up type of deal, and I can't answer my phone. Well, I have this protocol. My name, this is Baba's Automotive. Send me a brief text message, this and this. Having that protocol for me is making it easier to do business with my customers. I was just asking for you, what is your biggest challenges as a business owner?
Let's see. I have quite a few of them, but One thing though is that my customers can always reach me. I don't have they regardless of what time of the night, what time of the day, I answer my phone.
You will answer the phone.
Yes, sir. I answer my phone.
You answer the phone. Man, nothing but short. Nothing
short of a handyman too.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go ahead and promote you right there, man.
I answer the phone every time. Every time. I mean, if there's a problem, when I'm working on someone's home, one thing I do is I do hold their hand as I'm working. If I run across any other issues, I stop, get them, show them what needs to be done, let them know there's going to be an extra cost, then we move forward, or they say, no, leave it, and, ignore it. Okay, but the communicating is very important with your customers. I don't care what the issue is, you have to communicate. Good or bad, you have to communicate. I've ran across customers, I've done that, and I still couldn't please them, and they would still try to attack. They take me to the Better Business Bureau. And when they do that, I respond. They don't think I'm going to respond, but I do. And I always win because the Better Business Bureau see that I'm doing the best I can to satisfy this customer. And that customers, not all of them is hard to please, but a lot of them are. A lot of them get to that point where it's, okay, he done did the job. I don't want to pay for the job. So let me see how I can get from paying for this job, and yet get him out my house. I've ran across that a whole lot. You know what I do? Walk away.
Really? Because that was actually one of my next questions was have a customer ever not paid? And I know you walked away from about $13,000.
Look, I don't have time to go into court. I don't have time to be fighting about it. If you feel that's how you want to do it, like I say, come. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Wow. I have that faith. And that faith is what keeps me going. So if you want to, you're satisfied, it's done well, and you still want to be this way, I can't fight with you. I can't win. I can't win. Sanity and peace within myself outweighs all that.
What's the best thing about being a business owner? The best thing we know the money, man. And it's probably a rhetorical question. But what's the best thing about being a business owner? Some people do it for the love, man.
The best thing, you have to love it, for one, and it is the money. Because being a business owner is hard. The workers go home, but you don't. You have to keep going. And then when I have appointments at 6, 7 o'clock at night, because I have to make sure we have work to go to next week, next month, next year, I'm going constantly. When they have weekends with their family, I'm doing weekends appointments because I can't do it during the week, so I have to do it on the weekends. So it's hard, but it's rewarding because you're doing what you like, you're doing what you love, basically, and you're seeing what you're doing from this to make it that. It's rewarding. So I don't mind what I do.
Hard. It can be hard, but it can be rewarding.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us don't talk about that. Sorry, guys, if I'm just talking too much, but it's a lot of stuff we just don't talk about. Again, people just getting in business and not looking at the hard part, only glorifying getting money and the deals like that. And like Mr. Short just mentioned, the nights where everybody else can go home. Kids sleep, wife sleep, employees sleep, whoever sleep. And you got to be up with the marketing, promotion, looking at the numbers, making sure everything is right. Yep. And I don't say that lightheartedly, for real, man.
That's hard work.
That's hard work. That's hard work. The stress. I think I lost a few hair follicles. Got a few grays. I'm going bald. Just from being in this business and thinking that it was just going to be easy and deals like that.
I love what I do. I just love what I do.
That's good.
I mean, when you're taking something from nothing and making it, beautifying it, it's rewarding. It's rewarding.
It's good when you can love what you do, man. They say you love what you do. It's never work at all. You're not working. You never work the day at all.
Exactly. Exactly.
So is that the reason why not going? I mean, obviously, you still know the rhetorical question. That's the reason why not to go back for you, not going back to work for people. Because usually they'll say the stability in the workplace, the 401k, and the stability and deals like that. Obviously,
I couldn't work for no one else right now. I couldn't do it. And it's not even about the money. It's just about now I got to take orders from someone, and I haven't done it in 26 years, and now I got to listen to someone tell me what to do. So even, again, going back to what we're speaking about with the job, You can have your job. You can have your own. You can work hard for someone else. You can work hard for yourself. I've chose to work hard for myself. It's better, more rewarding. You're paying for somebody else to do what you want to do by working hard for them on the job 9 to 5. Pick your skills, man. Produce yourself. Back yourself. It's out there. If they can do it, you can do it. It's out there. And I found that niche and I grabbed a hold to it.
Do you see a drought like in workers in the mechanic field?
Oh, yeah.
They said it's a
Oh, yeah.
drought out here,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
They trying to
Oh,
hire
yeah.
100,000 workers. They need people out there. Same thing with you guys feel?
It's a drought. It's a drought. It's been a drought for the last 6 months.
And that's what I was going to ask also, and not to get too political or deals like that, just stating the facts. Spanish workers dominate you guys' field, in Georgia. As far as I know, they kind of, they dominate in the field because of the immigration and deals going on with that. And like I said, not to get too political, this is not what this channel is about. But because of what is going on in real life, are you seeing the effects? Do you think the effects are because of that type of deal? No. Again, not to get too crazy and nothing politics.
It's just the time of the year. It happens. I mean, it happened for the whole 26 years I've been in business. It happens once a year. And it's always the first of the year that it starts happening. And then with the tax return, that's when it starts picking back up. People get their tax return, they're calling you back. So it's a drought every year. It's never a constant. What keeps us flowing, though, is that we do commercial and residential. So when the residential slows down, commercial picks up. But the bad thing about commercial, you just got to wait 45 days to be paid. So I don't make my guys wait 45 days, but I have to wait, which is good. As long as they're producing, I'm good with it.
Would you recommend like a younger person coming up to get in a profession like yours, or you've been through, you've seen some wars, and you can be like, all right, nah, young fella, you shouldn't get into this because of this type of deal?
I would recommend it if they are committed to doing hard work. If you're not committed to doing hard work, this is not for you. This is not for you. Get into tech. Anything else that's not banking, but hard work, this is backbreaking. If you're not committing to doing backbreaking work, blue-collar work, stay away from it. But if you can commit, and this is what you want to do, it's out there for you. Go grab it. Go grab it.
You got a lot of young people out here coming up, and a lot of people want to be entertainers and deals like that, celebrities. But it's a lot of blue collar jobs out here that me and you and a lot of us guys work, and there's more of us actually than it is the celebrities and deals like that. If you had to restart your life and deals like that and start from the beginning, how would you have done it differently, and what would you have done differently? Like maybe starting a family too early, maybe got certifications early, maybe you would have got into business early, being that you know what you know now. I would have did this, went to school, went to college, did this. What would you have done differently if you would have did anything differently, starting your life over? And still in the same profession.
Still in the same profession.
Same profession, but you get to do it over the way you want.
I think I would have been more in the architectural field opposed to getting out there actually doing it. Designing. See, I love designing because when I do my basements and bathrooms and kitchen, I do all the designing myself. So I can do that. So I think I would have went that way. Money still would have been good. Wouldn't have been working so hard, but I still would have been doing what I love to do, which is create. That's about it. But other than that, I love my life as it is. I wouldn't change a thing.
There it is. There it is.
I wouldn't change a thing.
You are today.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't change a thing. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful home, successful business. I mean, what more can you ask for?
What more can you ask for? Thank God.
Been blessed.
Thank God.
Been blessed. That's it.
So what is your goals for your company? Is it like, stay small company, a couple of guys type of deal? You want a Publix, McDonald's type franchise? What is your goals for your company?
My goal is to keep it going, focus like it's going, which is on a good track, because I want to be at every job site. I don't want not to be available. I mean, I don't want to have a job over here, a job over here, and a job over here, and then I got to run around. I've done that and didn't like it. Didn't appreciate that. I was doing a job over here. A guy busted a pipe over there. Wasn't nobody over there to fix that problem, so I had to leave this job to go over there to fix that problem, and that took me away. So I stopped doing that. One-on-one, that's me. Slowly, my customers, they wait for me, so I don't have to rush. They see that I'm committed, so they don't have to rush. They see that once I'm there, I'm reachable, and I'm there until it's done. I'm good with that.
Good. What type of work do your company offer? Just to go back over there, we're wrapping it up a little bit, but I want to. Sorry, what type of work? Yeah, what type of work do your company offer?
We do everything except carpet and move furniture. We do the plumbing, we do the electrical, we do the flooring, we do the bathrooms, we do the kitchens, we do the basement, we do the custom woodwork, we do the custom tile shower making. We just custom. That's why on my headlines it says, "Nothing short of a handyman 2, beyond your expectations," because we go beyond the expectations of a true handyman.
Mm. And how can the audience reach you like this? Via phone, social media?
I have a social media Facebook page. I have Instagram.
Nothing short of a handyman.
Nothing short of a handyman 2.
Nothing short of a handyman 2.
That'll be me. And I like phone better. I'm old school.
You better than me with the phone. I would say you better than me with the phones. I was send an automatic message quick, man. So definitely, man. Definitely. Shout outs to you and your company.
See,
man,
this is why I wear an earpiece and I have my phone so I can hit that earpiece, answer my phone, and keep working. I don't have to stop. I don't have to look at who's calling me. As long as I'm speaking to them, I can keep working. Phone calls over. That's it. Text me the information I need to know. I'll see you such a day and time. That's it.
One more question for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the hardest profession in the world? Your opinion, the hardest profession in the world. You got us, man. You got the handyman, you got the mechanic, you got the doctors, you got the
hardest profession?
Mm-hmm.
Teachers.
Teachers. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Teachers.
Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if anybody else would say that. Teachers.
They got to raise knuckleheads, man. They got to teach knuckleheads, man. And nowadays, you got kids coming to school with guns and knives and attitudes. Teachers got it hard, man. We can walk away. They can't. They walk away from their job. They got to go find another teaching job. For what? Same thing you're going to go through over here, you went through over there. Yeah, they got it hard, man. Yeah. I have most respect for them. Most respect for them.
You students out there that's going to watch this later on, this is what this show is kind of about, man. So you guys can come back and look, again, at these everyday blue-collar workers, me as a mobile mechanic, Mr. Arthur Short as a handyman. We had Joe as a mobile mechanic. We have other people that are come, the barbers. We have, next week I have a girl who does, a young lady who does tint. Hopefully she come by. She does tint on like Porsches and deals like that.
Okay.
There's other avenues out here you guys can do. You don't have to be a celebrity. It's not all about social media and everything. Even though this would be on social media, but it's not all about being a celebrity and entertaining basketballs and deals like that. We have other job opportunities out here that you guys can do, and you can live well with your family and be 100,000aires and potentially millionaires if you want, if you scale your business. So this is for the young people that is coming up. This will conclude our interview today. We had Mr. Arthur Short of Nothing Short of a Handyman 2.
There you go.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.